So here's a nice story. I saw an article with the former Windfresh factory in Sagesse St Davids, now owned by Mr. Leroy Neckles, his wife and family, and they're actually converting it or converted it into an agro-processing plant. I've even heard that they already made their first batch of ice cream. But this is very interesting. It's very good. I want to remind you guys that one of the better moves in terms of agro-industries was during the PRG government, where they were taking, and one of the things that they boasted about, there's even a clip circulating on the internet somewhere, where the then Vice Prime Minister Bernard Code was talking so much about how it took a PRG government to take fruits that would have fell on the ground and rot and actually canned it and process it in the agro-processing industry. Unfortunately, I think that was destroyed after the intervention. And interestingly enough, there's actually a joke about it that after the intervention, instead of asking the then interventioners to repair the agro-industry, when asked what the Grenadians wanted from the United States at the time, it was said that the then Prime Minister said that he wanted a television station. But anyway, that I don't know how true it is. Might have just been a joke or something. But anyway, we did get a television station, so, more American stuff could be propagated to us, which would not have been received kindly subsequent to the PRG government. There was still that leftist phenomena prevalent at the time. But anyway, this place is currently owned by my brethren, a personal brethren out here in New York. He's owned by his family, and I'm happy to see that. I was kind of giving him some chops and telling me he should have been down there helping them out. You know what I'm saying? But it's really nice to see that. What is also nice is that the government seems interested in this sort of project, and you never know, probably there's some opportunities for partnering and supporting the effort. Let's see how that turns out. Probably that is the intent. But this is good to see. Private enterprise, Grenadians doing great things. And let me give you a little backstory, because these people have, I'm sure for those who don't know, have a lot of experience in that sort of thing. Back in the days, one of my same brethren's sister and her husband actually had something similar going, where they made ice cream and juices and stuff like that. I think at that time it was located in the Frequente area. And they had a really nice thing going. It was called the Viking juices and Viking drinks and Viking ice cream and stuff like that. And they used to have a commercial on television at the time. And it used to say something like this, look for the Vikings on the packages. We love it. It was wonderful. And interestingly enough, around that time, I played carnival with Waterman and Associates. He used to be somewhere down on, I think, Melville Street or something like that. And I played carnival with him. And we actually had a section of the band that was Vikings. And I was also king of the band at the time. So it was like right in the front of the band and central to the band and everything. So they must have took some clip of me on stage and all the Vikings. And part of the commercial for the Viking juices and drinks was actually yours truly dancing on stage like a Viking. So this just goes to show that the value that good judgment and experience of the elders can add significantly to the current generation and currently what is being done. And that is something I was advocating for in my previous videos, that you cannot just be arrogant and disregard people who have a wealth of experience and good judgment. Yes, you want to be all about being youthful and being young, but there are people who have done a lot of things before you, and they can add to your success and the nation's success. And if things are done under your watch as a government, you're the one that's going to get credit for it. So don't be afraid to get rid of partisanship and actually partner and make alliances with people who sometimes you don't want to make alliances with, or you may have political differences with. But guess what? If you collaborate with them and something gets done for the good of the nation, guess what? Who gets praises for it? Your government, the current government. So this is something that we should be mindful of. So again, I mean, just look at this. Miss Neckles and Mr. Neckles, I mean, they're up in age, and yet still they are contributing significantly to Grenada. So I want to say hats off to them. Kudos. They have loads and loads of experience in this sort of stuff, and I wish them all the best. And this is something that's going to be significant for Grenada. So I want to say kudos to them. This is significant. This is a good thing for Grenada, and it can provide a lot of job opportunities. And by extension, this is a very good thing for farmers in Grenada. So it's good to see the government interested in something like that, and possibly, hopefully, their intent is to partner and make this and support this as much as they can. So on that note, kudos to the NDC for getting involved, if they're getting involved. I don't know the intentions here, but that is a good step and a step in the right direction. Kudos to the NDC for that. And even if they're not particularly part of the process or intend to partner with, but the fact that they're actually towing the facility and showing some sort of keen interest in private development is a good thing in the right direction. And a special kudos to Miss Neckles, Mr. Neckles, and family for really taking the time and effort to invest in Grenada.